Each play creates a unique world that is similar enough to our world so that we may identify with the characters and their actions. This fictional world presents actions and images that reveal the rules that govern the world of a play. These rules make up what we refer to as theater genre. Genre relies on the traditions of theater to quickly set up an audience's expectations. For example, if a play opens with quirky, amusingly absurd action, the audience will assume that they're watching a comedy, and they expect the action that follows to adhere to the rules that govern comedy. In the episodes that follow, we'll look at the most significant genres of theater from the perspective of 3 different types of genre cues, and how those cues serve as important signposts for the audience. Each genre creates its unique world through its employment of theatrical conventions, iconography, and core values. The theatrical conventions of a genre are the recurring dramatic practices that separate the world of the play from the world that we occupy. For example, if we were in a public space outside of a theater and 2 people began to sing of their love for each other, we'd find such behavior socially unsettling, if not bizarre. As an audience member for a musical comedy, however, we expect to find such intimacy expressed through song. This is because such action is a convention of the genre of musical theater, and we, as audience members, not only expect it, but would find its absence unsettling. A play's structure employs dramatic conventions unique to its genre. The structure of each genre is built on what is referred to as the main dramatic conflict. In classical tragedy, we expect to witness action that is organized around such serious universal conflicts as humanity versus fate. The main dramatic conflict in comedy is less serious, to make room for playfulness in its action, conveying its core values in a lighthearted manner. A genre's iconography includes actions, imagery, symbols, and other visuals that are traditionally associated with the genre. To better understand theater iconography, let's consider how the icon of the tragedy-comedy mask represents the art of theater. The tragedy mask presents the image of a grim visage, reflecting the dire tone of tragedy. This mask symbolizes the tragedy genre. The icon of the broad, often mocking grin of the comedy masks reflects the playful, festive tone of that genre while hinting at its dark underbelly. It could be argued that all other genres of theater are simply hybrids of tragedy and comedy. In this respect, the tragedy-comedy mask is a most suitable icon for theater. Various dramatic tropes often contribute to a genre's iconography. A trope is an object, character, or action that is traditionally associated with the world of a particular genre. A pie in the face is a trope belonging to comedy, while the act of prophecy is a common trope of tragedy. Quite often, we recognize the genre of a play from its iconic characters. The clown, for example, is a trope within the iconography of comedy. In the next episode, we'll explore how the tragic hero is a trope that exhibits certain qualities that are iconic within the tragedy genre. The moral outlook that governs a play comprises the core values of its genre. Tragedy places a high value on natural order. When viewing a tragedy, the audience expects positive consequences for the characters who behave according to the laws of nature, and punishment for characters who don't comply. In the world of comedy, however, the audience expects society's established order to be amusingly upended, with an entertaining display of disorder as the satisfying result. Theater allows the audience to experience the benefits and challenges of a genre's core values from a safe distance, both physically and psychologically. The standards of a genre, its theatrical conventions, iconography, and core values, create what can be referred to as the inner logic of the play. Even though a genre may depart from action we recognize as logical in our own world, it must still be consistent with the rules of its genre. We'll examine the inner logic of each genre in the episodes to follow. The genre of a play requires more than an academic understanding of the concept. A stage director's understanding of genre will serve as a guide to how to direct the pace, tone, and overall staging of a play. We'll explore the practical production considerations of each genre as well. In the next episode, we'll examine theater's oldest genre and see why it's still a significant genre in the theater today. We'll explore that next time on Theater, Storytelling in Action.